Can you build a website using AI, or can you use AI to help you build a website? That's something I'm going to explore in today's video, where we take a look at ZipWP's integration with starter templates. It's like a plugin type tool built for Astra and Spectra. We're going to see just how far we can take it. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to use AI, and I'm using these quotes because I'm not sure just how much of the website building in terms of the structure of the website layout is AI and how much of it is just the text that's being generated. So we're going to take a look at the Zip AI Assistant, which is going to help us write some content for our website. We're going to use the ZipWP integration with our starter templates plugin. We're going to use that in conjunction with Spectra to help us build out the patterns or like templates on our website so that we can add AI augmented components to our site. And then we're going to use the ZipWP integration with Spectra to build an entire website, or at least the structure and the bones of the website, to get us most of the way there. This is going to be a mixture of how-to along with my thoughts on it. So if you're interested in using AI, whether you're an agency or doing this just for your own business, come along, maybe you'll learn something. Building a brand new website from scratch or taking an existing one and making significant design changes is now easier than ever because of a lot of these new tools that are coming out that are powered by AI. We'll get started by coming into Spectra on our website and going to the AI features section that they've added. Here they kind of walk you through and give you a little update on, the power of using AI with Spectra. It kind of goes over what I just said. But on this screen, you'll be able to connect your ZipWP account, which will let you utilize the credits that you have available on your account. And those credits do go a pretty long way. So I want to walk through this process of getting set up from the beginning. All that I've done is I've connected my ZipWP account. With this enabled, we can go out of the Spectra section to the Astra section. I'll just click on Astra here on the left sidebar. And a lot of the AI features for the site building components are inside of the starter templates section. If you're not familiar, starter templates is like a free tool that they offer, but they also have a premium templates or premium starter templates add-on. It's included in one of their bundles. I like the Essentials Toolkit bundle that you can get on the Spectra website. I'll put a link in the description for that one. That's the one that I got. So after I clicked on starter templates, this screen came up and it said, okay, you want to use starter templates to build your website. Do you want to use our classic starter templates, or do you want to use the AI website builder? We're going to do the AI website builder. Now, if you're familiar with ZipWP, I'll just actually pop over here to ZipWP. You may notice that this screen right here that I'm on my own website, I haven't left my website. It looks very similar to this build site with AI option over on ZipWP. In fact, pretty darn identical, maybe except for this logo in the top left. And that's what I really like about this implementation. I haven't left my website and everything is going to happen on my site instead of over here on ZipWP, where I would have to build a completely separate website, migrate it over to my server, replace my existing website. And that's fine, but that would be more for building a brand new fresh website. If you're using an existing site or you're wanting to just maybe use a site that you've already set up on your hosting, I really like this way. So let's walk through this process and see what we can build up for ourselves using this AI site builder. Maybe we're going to be like an app builder, maybe like an app game developer or something. I've never tried out that particular example, so let's run with it. I'll select that we are a business. I'll click continue. I'll enter the name. We'll call our app game building company Convology Games. We'll click continue. And this part right here is, what is Convology Games? It's basically wanting me to describe my business. From what I understand, the quality that you get out of this site builder is directly influenced by what you put into it. So we want to put something good here and then use this right using AI tool to help us out. Okay, so I've created a very simple explanation of what this app development company does. Let's see if we can get something better by using Improve AI. Okay, that's interesting. It didn't necessarily expand on what I said, but it changed it to be a little bit more, I don't know, interesting, but I don't really think it gave us too much more, but let's run with it. We're giving it kind of the benefit of the doubt here. If that's improved using AI, let's go ahead and continue. And I'll skip adding social media and we'll just click continue here. And now we need to select some images for our website. So these are going to be pulled from Pexels and stock photo sites, so none of them are going to be particularly amazing, but we'll select some of them to give the AI site building tool a general idea for what we're doing. Funny enough, none of these have anything to do with with an iOS developer. There's PlayStation 5 and Switch and PC and Mac and Nintendo. But We can try to add some different sections like iPhone games. That might be better. That was not helpful at all. Same images. And we'll go ahead and just choose any of these sections. They're all going to be the same. It's just these junk images. So this kind of highlights the first kind of shortcoming of this tool. It's the same with ZipWP. The images are going to be placeholders. You are going to want to put in your own images. But for getting started, these aren't terrible for us to be able to just select a few to get started. All right, I've made a few selections. I'll go ahead and click continue. Hopefully that gives the, I guess, AI, maybe I'm putting that in air quotes, a general idea. Now what the tool has done is it's given us some basic outlines or some basic designs that we can choose from to get started. I don't know what it has based this recommendation on. However, it is telling me this one's recommended. And I have found that if you leave your mouse kind of in the window here and you scroll down, it'll give you a general idea of what you're looking at. That's not a bad one. I just want to like hover my mouse over a couple of these to get an idea. That one's not bad either. Honestly, none of these are terrible. They're all pretty good, but let's choose the one that they told us to go with, that they chose recommended. Let's go ahead and click continue. And now you can choose the features that you want installed on your website. Do you want a video player? Do you want automations? Do you want sales funnels, donations? Now we can kind of use a little bit of our brain here, and we know why we're being asked these questions. They're going to install plugins, and they're going to add things to our site and features, albeit good features, but they're going to be features that are supported by plugins that are made by the same company that's giving us this AI tool. It's going to be SureCart, SureTriggers, Presto Player, things like that. There's nothing wrong with any of that, but of these options, let's just say that we want a video player and a sales funnel. So we'll click Start Building. And now it's building the website. It's moving along pretty quick. It's been about 20 seconds or so. I'm going to speed through this so you don't have to sit through it. I do find it funny that they are optimizing it for SEO, which is just little gimmicky things they're putting underneath this little "we're building your website" thing. I don't think they're actually doing much optimizing for SEO, but we'll see what they spit out. Okay, that took about a minute, maybe just a little bit less, for us to reach this stage, and this is what came up next here. Let's take a look at what they've given us. We have version 1 of our website. Embark on epic adventures with Convology games. Immerse yourself in top quality fantasy games on iPhone and iPad. Okay, that kind of matches what I put in for the AI description. Features for unmatched gameplay. Enhance your gaming experience with cutting edge features. Oh, that needs some work. Immersive gameplay, quality graphics. The graphics, huh? Look at the regular updates. Oh, that's good, right? Family friendly, and I did say for all ages. Multiplayer mode and in-app purchases. I guess that's a feature. That's funny. So you can see it does a decent job getting you started with ideas for what you would want to have in these sections, but by no means should you just spit out this website for yourself or for your client and call it a day. This needs some work. And I will say that they have brought in pretty much the exact images that we chose. So again, maybe depending on your industry, these would be okay. In this case, these are absolutely not okay. I would absolutely have to replace these images. But this one, all things considered, that's not a bad website for just a quick little AI builder tool. All right, let's try a different design though. This could be fun. We can click on this, try a different design. Let's see what happens. So it did kick us back to this section. Let's just choose another design. We won't spend too much time on it. Let's just choose option 7, click continue, and we'll just leave the same options chosen here and click start building. Okay, here's the second attempt that we went through. Same text here: embark on epic adventures, explore the world of games, quality adventure innovation. I think those are better things than the other one did. All right, I think I like the other design better, but we'll go with this. Something I will point out here is that since I am on the business plan of ZipWP, I can make 10 AI website generations per day. That means I have used 2 of my 10 on this little demo here. Now, I did like the other design better, so I will, in the upper left-hand side here, select version 1 instead. I absolutely love the fact that you can basically go back to what you got the first time, because if you see here in the bottom left, it says, since I'm on the business plan, I can make 10 generations a day, and I've used 2 of my 10 now. So let's go with this one. I liked the design better. Let's see what happens when we click on Start Importing. Okay, so this is an interesting thing to make note of here. So the website preview was generated on a starter site over on basically ZipWP. So it's the exact same process that I would have gone through on ZipWP, and they are migrating it over to my marketingfunnels.live site, just my demo site here. And I'm going to assume that they're using some sort of migration plugin, but we will take a look at how all of that works behind the scenes to see what they've done on the site. All right, our site is ready. That's a lot of confetti. Let's go ahead and click Start Customizations. So here we go. They have, oh, that's interesting. I did already have a logo in place, and it seems to have kind of overlapped the word logo there. I can show you how to fix that in Astra. Generally speaking, though, this is the wrong site. Do you remember I chose to bring over site 1? This brought over site 2. That's an interesting bug. This is technically a beta, but that was a pretty silly bug. I'll go ahead and report it, and if they end up watching this video, hopefully they saw what went down. But let's proceed. I went ahead and chose my logo. I'll click Continue, and now we can choose a different color palette here for our design. This is like a blue, that's like a purple, and you can see in real time it kind of like changes on the website. But let's go with something that's bluish, kind of matches my brand, and then we can choose a font pairing, maybe like a Poppins. Let's go with the Poppins Lotto. We'll click Start Customizations. It kind of spit our site out for us to check out and start customizing on our own. Now, before we go in and customize too much, let's go ahead and jump into the dashboard and take a look at what they may have installed when they migrated the site over. So I'll go to plugins. I'll tell you what I already had installed, and then we'll see what they installed in the process. I don't see any migration plugins. So it cleaned up after itself. It did a pretty good job migrating everything over. Nothing negative to report there. Now, if you did not already have Astra and Spectra installed, it would have installed Astra, which is free. You just wouldn't get Astra Pro, and it would have installed Spectra, just not Spectra Pro. It's part of their whole thing of trying to get you to upgrade to these plugins. That's why they provide you with free credits in most cases. And if you're on a plan, again, their goal is to get you to use their products. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually very streamlined for a lot of people that may not know those tools exist. But that's what you get for free. And the first thing that I would do here is look at this header and figure out what's going on with the logo and the words beneath it. Inside of the customizer, once you enter in, you can hover over components, like in this case, the logo, and click the pencil. And all we would have to do is disable the site title, clicking on it like that, and our logo would disappear. Or we could actually just remove our logo entirely and instead just keep our typeface logo. Something like that. Convology Games I thought was actually pretty nice. Editing the header is pretty simple. We'll click the pencil icon on the header. It brings up the traditional Astra header. If you wanted to turn that into a mega menu, I have another video on my channel that already goes through how to do that using the Astra site builder. I'm not going to do any like major customization on this particular video, mostly because it's not like a how to design video, it's an AI video. But inside of the customizer, you can adjust things like if you go to global and you go to colors, that's how you get back to the colors section where you can create your own palettes. You are not stuck with what you chose in the AI editor. Now, I do want to take a look at what pages they created because we do have this home page. If I click about, they created an about page. This is something we didn't actually get to see. I actually really like this header section and this overlapping navigation. That looks really nice. And generally speaking, this is a fine design for an about page. You would want to add more to it. Let's go to our offerings page. What kind of games have we made? All right, we've made fantasy realms, role play adventures, multiplayer challenges. All right, that's kind of whatever. It's a very basic design. That page would need more work, but it is a nice header section here. And then the contact page, let's take a look at this. Get in touch, contact information. I do want to take a look at some of these pages. Let's just click the edit page option here at the top of our admin toolbar. Particularly interested in maybe what they've done for this contact form. And yeah, as I thought, it's just a Spectra form. Totally fine with that. So everything does appear completely built with the block builder. And that means it's really easy to jump in and click edit. And you'd be ready to go with a very basic site. Now, the other option for using AI with Spectra and Astra is to come back to the starter templates. And if you're just getting started or you're wanting to build a brand new site, instead of selecting the AI website builder, we can select just a traditional template. And I have the premium version of starter templates, so I can use these ones with these little premium flags. However, if you had the free version, you would just need to use the ones that are free that are included. So I could find a design. Sticking with the previous example, I did search for games. I don't really see too much here for an app gaming company. There's kind of a full stack engineer, at least that's sort of software-y. But let's just choose one and see where we can go with our AI designing. So we'll skip through a lot of the customizations here. We'll just keep everything the same just to get into the site. Put in some info here. We'll say that we're a beginner and we're building a website for ourselves. And we can choose whether we want to delete previously imported sites, import our customizer settings, import our widgets and our content. That sounds fine. Let's click submit and build my site. And I will say that this is not the AI builder. This is the normal site templates, starter templates tool, but I'm going to show you how we can combine this with AI to make something very quickly that is very approachable for someone who's not a coder or someone who's just getting started. All right, our website was done. It got built in 29 seconds. Let's take a look. So there it goes. It has replaced our previous design. Very clean and peaceful looking. Not at all in line with what we wanted to do though. So let's get started by editing our page. And let me show you some of the AI options that are built into the site here. So first thing, we can go to the upper right and there's this AI assistant icon. So we can click on that and this AI assistant comes up and opens up and says, "Hi there, how can I assist you?" So let's type something in here. Let's have it make us a headline. Okay, so I've put something in there similar to what we had entered before. Let's see if it can make me a headline. Here's what it came up with. "Embark on epic adventures." It likes that whole line, doesn't it? "With Convology Games, unleashing immersive fantasy role-playing games for iPhone and iPad." So we can click copy and close. We can tell it to rewrite it, but we can use this to help us craft text for our website. So if I were to scroll down and be like, "About us," I could paste in here, "Embark on blah, blah, blah," so on and so forth. So that's one way to help us craft content using the AI assistant. Now, the next place where we can use AI is if we go to the template kit section here in the top, and we select template kits, we can insert these pre-built components of a page. They're called patterns. That's like think of it like in content templates. And we can change things out. So if I close that, let's say we didn't love our header section right here. I could click on template kits. I could find a different design that maybe we like more. Maybe we like this one, and I click insert, and that's going to drop this content directly into our website. I actually dropped it right below. So I could then just select this container and click delete, and now I have a new header section. Now that wasn't AI, that was just aligned with the design principles of the site. But if I go back into our template kits and I look here in the top right, you can see that I do have my AI credits here. I can go over here to settings and I can click on it and I can say personalize my library. And if we look at it, we can see we're back to something that looks very similar to what we had previously built using the AI site builder. Now we're in like the AI design library. So I can walk through that process of telling it about ourselves. We're Convology Games. And I will say my feedback here for Brainstorm Force is that I would love if it saved all the information so that I didn't have to enter in all of this again. So I typed something up similar to what I had done before. Let's improve it using AI, see what it gives us. Wow, that time it actually spit out quite a bit more. And if you want to pause it and read the difference, you can, but we're going to click continue. It does want us to enter in some info. We'll click skip this step. We don't really care about contact info. And now we can choose some pictures for our video game company, very similar to that previous step. It's just pulling in some stock photos. But let's just select some options to get started. These are pretty awful. We'll just choose a bunch and then click continue. Here's an interesting thing. They do say that if you want to personalize your entire library, it's going to take 5,000 credits. It's fine for me. I had 100,000 credits, but if you needed more AI credits, you might need to purchase them. But let's go ahead and let's just spend our credits and see what we can get for science. All right, so that was like 5 seconds, and now it says personalizing about. It's going through each of these categories and it's personalizing them to make them match the images that we selected and the text that we had entered. And that way, when we go to build our site piece by piece, we're not going to have to spend a lot of time configuring or telling the AI who we are, what we are. It's just going to do all of this for us. All right, so the AI generation is done, and you can see here that it has inserted all the AI text about our business. It's kept and inserted all of our images that we selected. And if I go through these different sections, I can go to like services. How to block that was pretty funny. I just wanted to show you. It decided the 4 games that we have built are the Enchanted Kingdom, Lost in Time, Realm of Legends, and Mystic Adventures. And it's even written a little explanation. Explore a magical realm in the Enchanted Kingdom, a captivating role-playing game that takes you on an epic journey. It loves epic. Enchanted forests, mythical creatures, and ancient ruins. That sounds fun. I'd play that. But there you go. It creates these patterns, which are just like in content templates that are kind of relevant to what you had entered into the AI. Now, I want to point out a couple of things on these patterns here. You can change the color style in the bottom left, and this is inheriting the color style that you have put in the customizer. So if your brand colors were set to this white, off green, gray, and green, then those are the colors you can choose between. You can change those at any time in the customizer, and then this section will adapt. If we wanted to make changes, let's say we weren't happy with the images, we can come into this gear in the top right and click Update Images, and we can reselect all of the ones that we want, and it would then reassess and redrop them in here. That would not use any AI credits, but if we wanted to update the AI, we could, again, upper right click that gear, and we could walk through the AI process again. I'm sure it would use more credits. And then you can disable the AI or disable adaptive mode, which just changes all of the text, image, and styling to match your theme as well as the AI generation. This is extremely basic. However, for most people, and I do mean most, who are just trying to build a website, who have no programming experience, they don't have any website building experience, to be given this type of starting library of components to build a website, this is all that the average person needs to build a website, and even the above average person. You could use these components to build a very nice, clean looking modern site. But we could take it a step further. Let's say you weren't even skilled enough to combine different patterns of about sections and service sections and portfolios and galleries. Let's just say you didn't even have the wherewithal to do that. You could go to Pages and you could spend 5K credits generating content for all of the major pages on your website so that all you had to do is go in and tweak them. I like this option. Let's spend 5K more credits and give that a go. So right now it's going through each of our pages, our home, about, services. You can see here on the right-hand side, it's going page by page, and it's generating content and layouts and AI based on what we have entered. All right, so our library was personalized, and now we can just select any of these to insert it into our website. So if we like this one, for example, let's click Insert, and it will insert all of these pre-generated blocks and all of this AI custom content right into our site. Now it will drop it towards the bottom or beneath the block you were editing. So in this case, it starts here. But if I scroll, this has built a custom, semi-custom, semi-AI generated site using those patterns and components customized according to the loose AI interpretation of our company. So all in all, that's a very simple way for somebody to come in and say, you know what, I need a contact page. I don't know what to do. Let me just choose one of these 5 or 6 or 7 pre-built options, drop them right into my page, and then I'm done. And I can even customize the colors down below. And with very little customization, I can drop in an about page, tweak some images, tweak some text, take what I like about the AI, ask the AI assistant to write what I don't like again, or cut and paste my own content in. And I'm 70, 80, maybe even 90% of the way done. All right, so what did you think about that? Here's my take on it. I think that the AI component here is almost entirely, at least at this point in time, on the text side of things. I think that the website structure and the designs and the templates are pre-configured. I think you're only going to ever find a certain set number of templates, at least right now. I have kind of given my feedback over to the ZipWP team, and I've said, these designs are pretty good, but if you compare them over to the templates that you can get in like the premium starter templates, they're kind of not even close. So I've given that feedback, and I have heard a little bit back that we can expect something better from the templates in the future, which is kind of an obvious statement. I think we would all know that, or hope that this would get better in the future, and I'm confident that it will. So is this worth using to help you build a website? I think the answer is yes, probably, but it depends. How's that for an answer? I think if you're an agency like me and you're looking to save time building websites for dozens or even hundreds of people, this is a really great tool to outline the structure of a website, particularly if you're using Spectra, because this is going to get you maybe 70% of the way there. And for most people, and I say most people because we have to stop and realize that if you're even watching this video, you probably don't count as most people. You count as someone who's kind of an insider. You're looking to use this tool for something. For most people, they're just looking for a solution to help them build a website. And they don't care that they're using the best tools on the planet. And they don't care that their website is a work of art to hang on the wall, a masterpiece, a perfectly coded CSS style sheets. And it just doesn't even, it's not even in their world. So to be able to get a website up and running so quickly with a contact form, a checkout funnel, all the things that we saw in the video, this checks all of those boxes for most people. Now, for the rest of us, maybe you're not an agency and maybe you're not someone who's satisfied with the final product that this can churn out. You might fall into the category that a lot of other people do, which is you're an entrepreneur, you've got great ideas, but sometimes you just struggle getting started. This is a fantastic way to get started and get past that hurdle of staring at a blank white screen or not being happy with picking specific templates and then having to come up with your own copywriting. This could be a step in the right direction for you. So if you're looking to get started, it doesn't hurt to check out ZipWP at least. I'm going to have another complete video on that tool itself, as well as this new tool that's coming out that kind of takes this entire site building process that I showed you in this video, takes it one step further and perhaps introduces more AI by allowing you to utilize like a sitemap structure building sequence. And I'm overlaying a video right now, video of a video that I took that Adam posted in the Facebook group where it shows just how you can tell it to build certain pages on your website, and the AI determines what sections would be good for each page, what pages would be good for each subsection of your website, and it helps you build out the structure. So I have another video coming for that as well, but just keep that in mind that as you're thinking about utilizing these tools, where they might fit into your tech stack. If you're interested in giving ZipWP and ZipAI and all of these things a try, I'm going to put some links down below in the description and pinned comment for you to check out. If you have additional questions or need help with your business or your tech stack, I encourage you to check out the Convology All Access Pass. We have an awesome community with office hours and a mastermind. A lot of people are getting the help that they need to get unstuck and moving forward. So check that out, as well as links to all these tools down below.